The Miami Dolphins are actually doing their due diligence at corner. And we're going to talk about all that and maybe more. What is up, Finn fans? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. Middle of the day, hump day. Then we go downhill to my brain's not working. The weekend. And then next week, Tuesday, starts OTAs. Right now, the teams, I think, with new head coaches like the Jets and all that stuff, started their OTAs. We start ours next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, OTAs, Friday, and then into next week, and then mandatory mini camps, and then a break. Which I got a lot planned for you guys. Speaking of, to the patrons, if you haven't yet, and the members, go check out the video I put out. I think it was like last week. I'm going to do a full video on that, so you get a little bit of a spoiler. Also, I might have a video for you guys coming up because I got some information that I want to talk to you guys about and kind of vent about. So if you want to become a member, hit the join button. If you want to become a patron, link is in the description. And one last thing, I got to shout out today's sponsor, and that is my man Sean Seipler and his great foundation, Clean the World. Also, he has another great foundation, the Wash Foundation. Both foundations doing fantastic things to get people that need help. Clean the World, he went out to hotels, realized, hey, we're wasting soap here. Let me take the soap, let me repurpose it, clean it, put it in these fantastic hygiene kits. It's right. I'm going to open this. For how long I've been doing this with him, I've never opened it. Bam! Repurposed it. Look, it says Clean the World on it. You can't really see because of the lighting. It says Clean the World on it. But you get soap, you get a toothbrush, toothpaste, socks, all that stuff in here. And he gives it to people, third world countries, natural disasters, the homeless. The Wash Foundation helps bring water to people that need it. He recently built a well for a country in Africa that needed clean drinking water. He does fantastic things. 16 years he's been doing this, helping millions of people. Go check it out. So let's talk about what happened yesterday. So the Miami Dolphins have been in talks, hasn't met, but kind of like, hey, what's up? So we all know Rasul Douglas, right? They met with Rasul Douglas, kind of said, hey, this is how much we'd like to give you. He left. I then think he went to Washington. Not Washington. Was it Washington? It was Washington or Seattle. It was one of those two. Nothing came of that. He's still out there. So per Barry Jackson, in their continuing search for a veteran cornerback help, the Dolphins have called to inquire about former Fort Lauderdale St. Thomas Aquinas standout Los Angeles Chargers free agent Asante Samuel Jr. Those are two names that I've thrown at you that I'm like, get them both. Go get Rasul Douglas and go get Asante Samuel Jr. I know he's dealing with injuries, but go get both. The Dolphins also remain in contact with former Bills starter Rasul Douglas, who rejected a previous Miami offer after a visit earlier this month. So again, I think the Dolphins are like, hey, we'll give you this much. He's like, wow, I think I'm worth more. Goes to Seattle. I think it was Seattle. Met with them, and they're like, we'll offer you this much. And he's like, damn, it's like about the same as Miami. And this is Seattle as Miami. Now I think he's kind of just like, let me figure it out. I really don't want to go to OTAs and minicamp and yada, yada. You're going to see a lot move in that month between mandatory minicamp and the starting of training camp, because these vets, when it comes to Justin Simmons, when it comes to Scherf, when it comes to, all these vets, they don't want to do OTAs. They don't want to do mandatory mini camps. They don't want to do any of that stuff. They just want to go to training camp. So they're going to take that time and not want to do anything. So I expect these moves to be done in that midst of a period. The Dolphins, who are trying to trade Pro Bowl corner Jalen Ramsey, have not made an offer to Samuel and have not brought him in for a visit, a source said. But the Dolphins have conveyed interest and said they want to keep tabs on his recovery from neck surgery and want to remain in touch. If something materializes with the Dolphins and Samuel, it'll likely happen in July. Like I said, that little finite area in between mandatory minicamp and the start of training camp. Samuel, 25, underwent neck surgery in April and has a scheduled checkup in early July, after which he will meet with several teams, ESPN said. He will be available to play this season. The Saints brought him in for a visit earlier this season. Samuel, 5'10", had 6 interceptions in 4 seasons for the Chargers, who drafted him the second out of Florida State in 2021. He also had 3 interceptions in a playoff loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. This week, ESPN Matt Bowman wrote a story with the best trade or free agent fits for each team, said the Dolphins are the best fit for Samuel, which I agree. And I definitely want to go out. Rasul Douglas, 6'2", started 15 games for the Bills last season and had 120 appearances in 80 starts over 8 seasons. He has played for Philly, Green Bay, Carolina, and Buffalo, and has a 93.2 passer rating in coverage. He very likely would start at the boundary if he signs with Miami. But outside of that, the Dolphins desperately need some help when it comes to corner. The Dolphins would have $25.2 million dead money cap hit on Ramsey in 2025 if they trade him before June 1st. That number drops to a $6.7 million if traded after June 1st. So it is a huge, like $18 million savings if they trade him after June 1st. So I do like the fact that the Miami Dolphins are doing their due diligence with the cornerback situation. Also, former first rounder corner Damon Arnett wants to come back into the NFL. He says, I'm 28 years old now with 3 kids. I'm a dog on the field. I'm more of a professional now than I ever was. At this point, to be honest with you, the Dolphins are in such a need at corner. Whoever you can get. Like, at this point, go out and grab every corner that wants to potentially come, please, for the love of God, because the Dolphins need help at corner. It's one of the areas that really, really worry the crap out of me. So the fact that the Dolphins are talking to Asante Samuel Jr. and have met with Rasul Douglas shows that they also, it's probably Anthony Weaver, like, I need more. I need way more. And it will help if the defensive front with Bradley Chubb, with Jalen Phillips, with Chop Robinson, with Grant, with Sealer, maybe we add another guy, will be able to get pressure and help that secondary, because it honestly, 27th last year did not help the secondary at all, especially leaving people in the dust. So there is that. I wanted to give you that news. One other little tidbit of information. We got our first kind of potential joint practice for training camp, and that is with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I'm looking it up right now, and I think we play them last in preseason. See, now it says Miami Dolphins 2025 schedule. Last time I went there, didn't say 2025. It made me look like a big dumb. It's still funny to me that I'm like frantically trying to find it, and I'm like, oh my god. But I think we play the Jaguars the 3rd preseason game. Like, see, right now I'm trying to like frantically find it because it was there and now it's not there anymore. Because I know we play the Bears. Why do we play the Bears? I don't know. Yeah, preseason's Detroit and then someone else and then the Jaguars. So Jacksonville. So Jacksonville head coach Liam Cohen shared some information, if you don't know who that is, Duval, about the team's training camp plans during Monday's press conference. Cohen was asked if there's a team is going to have a joint practice as they prepare for the 2020 season. Cohen said that the team will work with the Dolphins before the two teams face off in Miami during the final week of the preseason. So yes, it will be the 3rd team. As of right now, Cohen said Miami. The Jaguars will host the Steelers on August 9th in their preseason opener, and they will travel to New Orleans, and then they will finish out on the 23rd with the Dolphins. So that's our first joint practice. Maybe August 16th. We go to Detroit. Like, we go to Detroit with that preseason. Let me look it up so I can give you an actual list. It's not there. Who cares? So yeah, the Jacksonville Jaguars are our first potential joint practice. It is the last preseason game of the season. Normally, when we used to have 4 preseason games, the third preseason game was the dress, where our starters will play for like a half, maybe a little more. And then the 4th preseason game was a lot of just backups of the backups trying to make the team. We'll see how it pans out. Like, obviously, I don't think any starters will play the first preseason game. If I was the Dolphins, I'd have the second preseason game be the dress rehearsal, and then the third would be the backups of the backups trying to make the team. We'll see how that pans out. But overall, we are having a joint practice in Miami with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Probably the 23rd is, I'm assuming, a Saturday, because yeah, that last preseason game is always a Saturday. So you're probably looking at that Wednesday, Thursday. The 20th and the 21st are going to be the joint practice, and they always get that Friday off, the 22nd, and then the game. So if you're looking to go to the training camp and you want to see a joint practice, the 20th and the 21st are probably the days you want to go. But that's what I got for you today. Comment below. Let me know what you think of potentially Asante Samuel Jr., potentially Rasul Douglas. What's your thoughts on the joint practice with the Jacksonville Jaguars? We're getting there. Like I said, we got OTAs, then we got mandatory minicamp, then we got nothing, and then training camp. So we're slowly chugging along, right? Right now, it is the 21st of May. We're almost into June. Then we're almost into July. Then August comes. Preseason football, September. Football is back, baby. So I will see you tomorrow. I have a video planned for you tomorrow. I have multiple videos planned for you, like all off season. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 52,000. Appreciate the hell out of you guys and girls. But like usual, stay classy. And fins up.